Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. A bit of a channel update for you, and not necessarily a life update, but just sort of like a outlook update for what's coming in the future. So I just uploaded probably my last guide for Metroid Dread, which was just a Shine Spark Speed Booster compilation guide. That was honest to God, just I don't know, like a grab at views more than anything. I was talking to a friend of mine about the game, and he mentioned that some of the Shine Spark challenges were difficult. So I just coyly asked, "Oh, did you look up any of my guides?" And he was like, "No, I didn't see it. I was just searching for Shine Sparks." And I realized, oh, I don't have a video just dedicated to Shine Sparks, so let me just put one together really fast. So that's what I did. We'll see how it performs, but it was just a silly thing to actually do. But aside from that, I've recorded a walkthrough for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It is the full playthrough walkthrough for that game. We cover every single boss and every single mini-boss in that walkthrough, and it is in 12 parts. So I think it's roughly like 14 hours. The reason that I did this is folks have asked for it, and I've mentioned this in previous channel updates, but 11 months ago, I did a series of guides for Demon's Souls Remake on PS5. And I sort of ended that package with a full playthrough walkthrough where I go through the entire game just chatting about it and, playing it. And after that, I decided, okay, let's do this for Dark Souls 1. Okay, let's do it for Dark Souls 3. Let's do it for Bloodborne. Let's do it for Dark Souls 2. And every time I would upload these videos, I would get comments saying, are you going to do this for Sekiro? And at first, I was just saying no, because I had already covered the game at length in 2019 when it first came out, with individual boss guides and trophy guides and stuff like that. So it didn't seem necessary, really. But after Metroid Dread, I was feeling a little bored, so I figured, okay, let's go through Sekiro. I did not remember how quick the game was or how short the game was. It's pretty short compared to the Souls series. Generally, the Souls walkthroughs will be 20-something parts each. Sekiro was 12, so it is considerably shorter than the rest. That said, the combat system is wildly different and a lot more punishing than the Souls games, in my opinion. But once you get good at it, you sort of fly through the game. So that whole series is recorded in 4K HDR. All the parts are uploaded. They're not public yet. I'm waiting for the last few to finish processing, and then they will all go out at once. Hopefully by the end of this upcoming week, so before November maybe, we'll see. But when it's done, they'll all go up. And so in recording that walkthrough series, at the end of it, I had a bit of story time about Sekiro. And this is something that I do pretty much at the end of all of my full playthrough walkthroughs. The last video of these walkthroughs is always killing the final boss, and then story time about the game. And generally, during these story times, I talk about my experience, or not my experience, but like what I was doing when the game came out in life, or a big event that happened with the game, like for Dark Souls 2, me and like literally 10 of my other friends all piled into one of my friend's apartments, and we played the game together. It was like a big LAN party, launch party, and it was amazing. We did the same thing for Bloodborne, just with less people, but we all streamed at that time. And, I just like to tell these stories because they're fun and they're good memories. But then they started to, or as I kind of went through the series, the story time started to get a little bit heavier as the games went on. Dark Souls 3, I talked about, I was playing that game as I was losing a job that I worked really hard to get and having to shut down a company. And then for Sekiro, spoilers, but the game came out in late March 2019. My mom died in April of 2019. So I don't actually remember playing the game in 2019. There is video evidence that I did it, and playing through the game again, like I still had all the muscle memory. I remember it had to go do everything and find everything. But I actually have no memory of like sitting down and playing that game 2 years ago. So it's kind of weird. But these story times are always kind of a lot of fun for me to kind of go down memory lane and reminisce. but also tell relatable stories that some people see value in. And so, because November and December, and unfortunately, now that Elden Ring has been delayed, January, because these 3 months are going to be a little dry in terms of new game releases, at least that's what the prospects look like right now. I don't really have much planned for coverage for this channel. Again, that can change, but it's going to be a little dry. And so I was considering, well, what if I upload not vlogs, but storytime videos? And so I know that folks subscribe to this channel, you guys and girls subscribe to this channel, and you subscribe to this channel because, well, I'm assuming because you find my guides and walkthroughs helpful, but because that's the kind of content you want to see from me. That's the kind of content that I'm consistently putting out over the past 3 years. So I don't want to dilute the channel and just make it about me. That's never the point here. The point is always to help you through video games, not make this about me. That said, though, and there's a little bit of ego talking here, I do have relatable experiences and a decent amount of life experience, and I work in the video game industry, and I think there's a way that I can sort of offer my experiences and be helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a poll, and I'm going to see if people are interested in this sort of content. I do not think that the channel will go dark or anything over the next 3 months. I don't plan on having that happen. But because there's no new games that I'm interested in, I don't really foresee big blocks of coverage like you're used to here, at least until Elden Ring. Again, that can change if something surprising, something releases as a surprise or something. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to run that poll, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, other than that, I suspect the holiday season will be a little slow. Will be a little slow, which is fine. It usually is. I just like to prepare everybody for when that happens. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in that sort of content, at least for a little while. Story time, career advice, life advice. I'm still figuring things out myself in life. We're all going through it, so it's just one person's experience, but we'll see how it goes. Or you just tell me if you're interested. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have one kind of thought of what I want to do over the next few months. I really enjoyed going through The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past a couple weeks ago and doing a full playthrough walkthrough for that. That is a game that I used to speedrun, so it's literally seared into my brain how that game works. So I can literally almost play with my eyes closed. But I really want to go back to another game called Illusion of Gaia. And Illusion of Gaia is a game that came out on the Super Nintendo in, I think, 1994. So I was 6 or 7, maybe, when it came out. I was born in 88. And it's a game that got me interested in the world. And it made me interested in travel and learning world history and understanding that stories in video games and just stories in general, there's truth in fiction. You know what I mean? There's always a lesson, or there's always a moral. And that is the game that sort of made me realize that at a very young age. And so it's a game that I would love to share with people. It's not necessarily difficult, but there are a lot of secrets. There's even an extra dungeon at the end of the game if you get 100%. And it's a game that I love playing, so I figured maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll make a walkthrough. There are walkthroughs available for it on YouTube, but none that I'm super keen on. I don't know. Not really my style. So I figured maybe I'll do that, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's it for the update. Sekiro stuff will go live within the next week, hopefully, once everything's done processing. That will all be available in 4K HDR. There's no new releases coming out in November, December, and unfortunately January because of Elden Ring's delay. So probably won't be any new releases covered on the channel for a little while. But I'm still here, and I would love to sort of maybe upload some videos like this where I talk about life and the way I live it, and maybe find a way to help you with that. But that's it for now. If you do not hear from me on camera for the next few months, I hope you have a great holiday season. I'm sure you'll see me before then, but please join my Discord server. Link for that is in the description below. Feel free to chat. There's a few people in there who talk every day, so it's a pretty nice little community we got going, and I'm really happy with it. All right, as always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support as well, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.